nothing like playing Carenza when you've been laid up for a week with illness and you haven't been able to train, but you're still a little weak. I have not had my ass kicked this bad by a sickness for a long time. As soon as I felt better, I wanted to get back and train, but I wasn't ready for a grueling session. I just wanted to play some Carenza, to move a bit, to just get my body moving and my blood flowing, to celebrate getting through this illness and being on the other side. Now, the knife movements you see me doing here, some are slow, and I'm even doing some from a seated position because as I sat around convalescing, I found this was a good way to kind of get through my boredom, but still not push my body to the point where I was exhausting myself. Because let me tell you, in the last week, any little thing I did was exhausting. The knife I'm using is a cold steel Tie-Lite 4-inch Chris. It's a beautiful knife, and it's one of the knives that fits into my small, thick hands really well. I have basically badger paws for hands. So this knife is really easy for me to manipulate and move into different grips and stuff like that. So I love playing with it. I love training with it. I love the way it flows for me. Now, those blade manipulations going from forehand grip to reverse grip to ripping grip, they are not something I do every day. And when I finally started doing them, I realized what a great way to deal with the boredom of having to relax and sit and get through a sickness. However, there's something that you should do all the time, because often when you're sparring with a partner with a training knife, your hand gets hit and you have to be able to flip the knife rather than lose the knife into a different grip. It can save you from dropping your blade. It also helps to be a little less predictable in what you're going to do. And it's fun. It's a lot of fun. But be really careful if you're going to try this with a live knife. Make sure you know what you're doing first. Make sure you put some time in practicing with a trainer. And never do partner drills with a live blade. I mean, that's common sense. But you can see when I'm sitting there, that blade is passing close to my other hand, and it would be quite easy for me to have a catastrophic failure. I mean, I don't know how many of you do a lot of knife or stick training, but if you do lots, I'm sure you've hit yourself in the elbow with a stick, or brushed yourself accidentally with a training knife, or even cut yourself minorly with a real knife when you've been doing some training. So I gotta warn you, be careful doing this. There's a lot of benefits to handling the knife that you carry all the time. You'll get familiar with it. You will become intimate with your manipulations of that knife. You'll be able to move it fluidly and deceptively. Your goal as a knife person and a fighter in general is to be a magician. You want to trick your opponents. You want to make them believe what you want them to believe and not see what you really want to do. This is the magic that James Keating and Bobby Tabuada talk about in their training. That's what you're looking for. Magic.